Alright, so use Adrian to seize thrones? Shut up! We're not gonna do that! Yeah, the gimmick of this is it's kind of like Binding Blade. You have to seize every throne, kill every boss, and then that opens bridges to further on in the map. And even without warping, you could actually just fly your units. Well, you could fly your units in, you just use flyers to get all the way across this water, but that would be difficult because you have a guy up here with a sleep staff, and it can't... Yeah, it basically goes all the way until this one little tile right here, assuming the sage doesn't move anyways. And you also have phantoms, which in this game have a ridiculous amount of hit rate. So yeah, unless you have lots of defense, you're not going to get past these guys, and they fly as well. I actually do have a guy that can stand against them, but that's beyond the scope of this video. So let's get going. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make our first 2 warps up to this first area. Basically imagine the map here as like 4 bubbles, with you starting in the first bubble and having to warp to the next bubble and then the next one after that, etc. So yeah, he got his extra turn. We're going to warp you up here. I hope that's not a bad position for her. It should be alright. And we're going to hammer in that warp. You can tell I've already used a hammer on a warp in one of the previous one-turn clear videos. He's gonna level up here. Yeah, I initially thought that if you got a sage with maximum power, then that would help out, like you would have an extra warper. But that turns out that you don't really need that as long as the hermit gets all of his extra turns. So we're gonna dance for Luigi. You also need a dancer. Now, Luigi can only get that extra turn once per player phase, so this doesn't give him like 2 extra turns, but you still want to do it because you kind of need it. Alright, so now comes the luck-based part. So I'm going to make a save state. And we're going to use the first rescue. This is another item I had to hex it in because I warp skipped chapter 23 on this playthrough, so I didn't get the rescue staff. I'm pretty sure you can't get it and also one turn clear the chapter, so whatever. Alright, so he got his extra turn. That's good. So we need him to get 2 extra turns now. So you're going to... Here's the first. Yeah, he needs to get like 3 extra turns. Or, actually, he just needs 2 extra turns. And he got the first, and he got the second, so that's good. So yeah, no more luck past this point besides the combat part of it. So this is going good so far, and that's a pretty good level up. And finally, we warp Adrian all the way up here. And she's going to face the boss. Now, she actually has a triangle disadvantage against this boss. So, when we actually fight her, you can see that either she needs to get a crit, or Kalia here has to miss one of her attacks with Ragnarok. So, this might be difficult. So maybe I will get lucky and get a crit here. No more running. How did she get here so quickly? Oh, here comes the crit. Okay, so she doesn't need to miss. Now, if I did not get a crit there... Also, I'm pretty sure this is Breath of the Wild music, but I'm not sure. Anyways, if she did not get that crit, then what would have had to happen was, you know, she would have to miss her attack on the enemy phase. And she doesn't go first on the enemy phase, but luckily, the enemies that were near Luigi, because you saw there was like a Gorgon near Luigi, right? Those Gorgons don't move until after Kalia, so it's totally okay. He won't die as long as Adrian manages to get that kill. Alright, so that's Endgame 1. I guess I'll save here, even though I'm using save states. So Endgame 2 is a very much, what am I going to say here? It's a more straightforward one-turn clear. So I don't even think I need to make any preparations here. I just need one of my warpers. Yeah, I broke my physic, unfortunately. I think there's like one physic in the entire game. Oh, and by the way, another thing you can do is if you find the secret shop and get a barrier staff, you can use that on Adrian for better combat odds. Just another thing you can do. Alright, so this is really all I need, but I'm gonna make a save state. Have I actually had to load state yet? I don't think... I think I had to once? I'm not really sure. It'd be awesome if I, didn't have to load state, but that might happen. Alright, so we're gonna go for Thor's Iron here. There are, in fact, dancer rings in this ROM pack, even though it's FE8. So that's really cool. I would have loved to get the Phyllis Might from all the way back in Chapter 9, but I missed it, because Chapter 9 is like, it's a defense map, but it's seriously hard to actually get to all of the chests and stuff. And like do all of the side objectives in time. Really pressuring map. So yeah, getting my revenge on that map is one of the reasons I maybe want to do a playthrough of this on YouTube. Alright, so you can see here that his HP is about like 90 something. So as long as Adrian double crits, then everything's fine. Oh yeah, and you've got the Black Knight theme here too, just because. Oh, so he's got like over 100 HP or something. Yeah, she definitely needs at least one crit. But he missed his first attack, which is good. And, oh, that hurt. That actually hurt. Yes, plot spoilers, by the way. Anyways, we got a 1 in 5 shot. No. Okay. Alright, so we'll settle for 2 turns. You've seen how the 1-turn clear works, so we'll just settle for 2. This is the S-rank light tone. Maybe it's better to use this, just so you don't waste exhaustion. Very clearly the Evolve animation from the original game. Alright, so that's Endgame 2 potentially in 1 turn. I did say that it was a theoretical 1-turn clear for all of these maps, so here you go. And the final battle of the entire game. This is the grand finale. There's nothing else past this. So what we are going to do here is... Alright, so I had to rewind. Alright, so we are first going to use Thor's Ire again. And again, I would have preferred Phyllis Might, but I missed it, so can't do anything about it. But it's nice to come off first somehow. And again, a barrier staff is also a good thing here. So there we go. And like with the last boss, you need a crit here again, because, you know, you gotta, you actually have to kill her in 1 turn. So there we go, that's our crit. If this doesn't bring her below 19, then we actually have to get a double crit. Another one? No. Okay. So, I think she will attack Adrian on enemy phase? I'm not sure. But we need to warp in the Hermit, because she's gonna need healing. And this is actually, you know, I'm gonna demonstrate something funny that I found out either way. So, let's get rid of the Berserk. I don't know why it's there. We don't need it. Cover. And it's okay for the Hermit to be there, because he's not gonna die or anything. Actually, it's going to be very hilarious what happens. So, Adrian gets healed up. And oh, he got an extra turn. Actually, this could be good. Okay, let's do that. That's good, too. A little bit of insurance for us. So you get to see the funny thing that happens. No, it's not over yet, because this ROM hack is a 2-phase final boss. It's like Ashnard at the end of FE9. So her super form is going to appear, very Demon King. And it's right on top of the Hermit, as you can see. So let's get rid of these enemies. These are junk right now. It's crazy. Yeah, so she's going for Adorin. And we definitely need a double crit here. Yeah, we missed the first one. But we got the second. So if that's 75 HP we're looking at, then we win. No, okay, it's gonna have to be a two-turner here. Yeah, other units can attack the Hermit, so this might going to be another two-turn clear with a theoretical one-turn, but I still think it's very impressive to pull off. So yeah, there you go.